Hello everyone, my name is Rolf Trond and I welcome you to ChangeCockpit Copilot Edition. ChangeCockpit Copilot Edition is a free extract from the full Change Cockpit. The full Change Cockpit consists of all other Microsoft 365 workloads, and normally we announce there around 120 to 130 changes every month. So this is only about changes which are rolling out this and the following month, and this also applies to the following changes regarding Copilot. So let's start with Microsoft 365 Copilot changes for this month. First one, we will start now with all changes for Copilot changes where you don't need a license. Afterwards, we will go through the changes where a license is needed. So I split these parts now. The first part now, no license needed. Summarize email with chat in new Outlook and Outlook Classic. All users, also the users without the Copilot license, will now have the option to summarize an email thread if Copilot Chat is activated, and Copilot must be pinned in the navigation. Then we have the streamlined chat history view. So the chat history is updated, so everything will be shown on one page. And you also don't have to switch between work and web anymore. If you're a licensed user, you have the work tab there as well. Then this streamlined history can be filtered. Now we have to change to the filter history, and you can filter the whole chat history to search for. You even have a search field on top. Copilot Chat will have new file supported types for CAD, zip, and MP4 files, which you can now use with Copilot. I wonder what you can do with Copilot and zip files. Perhaps ask it, hey, what's within the zip file? I don't know. I need to try as soon as it's rolled out. Then we have new tools feature, a new tools box within Copilot Chat window underneath the prompt box. And what's been shown in here is depending on your license. Agent and SharePoint Online content can now be used in channels. Agents could be used in group chats, but also in meetings. And now you can also mention an agent within a Teams channel, and it will answer there too. And it will also get SharePoint-based knowledge, meaning everything which is stored within the site where this Teams channel is stored. Agent will have access to the underlying SharePoint content. Gen IA capabilities will be changed or extended for users without the Copilot license. If you go to the Create module now in the Microsoft 365 Copilot app, then you will only get the option to create a new Word document, PowerPoint document, and so on. Now, after this change rollout, it will enable the creation of visual content like poster, banners, infographics, but no generation of videos and no surveys, and no access to brand kits in the Create tool. And if you have configured image generation policies, they will be honored in there as well. GPT-5 was rolled out for licensed users, and for users without the license, rollout already started August 7th, so you should probably already see in Copilot Chat the new Try GPT-5 button. The Copilot app web experiences will be simplified, or let's say they will be merged, because non-licensed users currently chat with Copilot in copilot.cloud.microsoft if the Copilot chat is not pinned. And now this Copilot Cloud Microsoft will be redirected for all users to the m365.cloud.microsoft. If you get redirected from here, then the Copilot chat will be shown in the app, and after you switch around modules, the Copilot chat will be removed afterwards because you didn't pin it. But at least you are doing the chat in the same window, and as mentioned, the old URL will be redirected. Then they will remove the bottom tabs from the Copilot app on iOS and Android, and to switch to other experiences which you did using the bottom tabs can now be done using the hamburger menu. Fun fact, did you know that there is a Unicode icon for a hamburger? That's nice. Okay, and if the chat was or is pinned, the chat will be the default experience in the Copilot app. And if the chat is not pinned, then the last used experience will be started after starting the Copilot application. Then they already removed the apps section from the hamburger menu to align with Copilot itself. Then there is a new task pinning setting update. We already had the pin Copilot in pin Microsoft Copilot Chat option. Now we will also get the pin Microsoft 365 Copilot app to the Windows taskbar. This applies to Windows 10 and 11 Intune managed devices which have the app installed. So you need to ensure the app is installed. Then this policy will apply and it will pin the Microsoft 365 Copilot app right next or on the far right end of the taskbar, except if it was already pinned somewhere else, then nothing will happen. Then Copilot Chat button in Edge their policy will change regarding this button. It will get a new policy from Edge starting from version 139. By default, it's not configured, so Edge will be shown. And if you disable this using the Hub sidebar enabled policy, starting in Edge 141, this Hub sidebar enabled policy will no longer have any influence on the chat button, so it will show up again, except if you configure the new policy now. So the version 141 should be released. It's now targeted release and stable channel release should be at the start of October. Then we have a new request and approval experience for agent in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. If a user requests an agent, even if the user does not have access to it from the agent store now, they can request it and you can approve or deny it from the agents and connectors part in M365 Admin Center. Then if you have agents from Agent Builder or the Agents Toolkit and the owner of these agents left the company, they can become ownerless. Now we can manage this or find these ownerless agents using a new filter called Missing an Owner Dashboard, review these agents, delete it or block or assign a new owner. The assign a new owner option will only come in October after the experience rolled out. For billing policies for Copilot Pay-as-you-go scenarios, you could enable agent using Copilot Pay-as-you-go for non-Copilot licensed users. You can do this using billing policies, and now you get a new option to set a dollar-based budget limit per policy. This only configures email alerts, so you will get an email when a certain budget limit was reached, and you will also see the historical spending data. As mentioned, it will not stop the agents if the budget is reached. You need to do this manually. You can do it manually, but at least you know that the limit is reached. Then they changed the standard and priority access behavior. Users without the Copilot license had they didn't the non-documented limit for creating things like image generation or file uploads. And now this will change to a capacity-based limit. So if Copilot service or the service has capacity, then users without the license can use image generation and file uploads. And if other users start to use it, then only Copilot licensed users will have access to this functionality. And there will be a notification, an in-product notification in, let's say, I tell you Copilot to create a new image for about something, then it will tell me, sorry, capacity limit 3, I can't do it at the moment, please try again later, something like this, because the licensed users will be preferred or will get priority access. There is a new survey agent, a new agent coming called survey agent, where you can create surveys, send surveys via chat, response monitoring, analyze results via Excel, and so on. The researcher agent out of the box or built-in agent will now get source controls. Phase 1, you can choose from the sources like WebWord and standard graph connectors. And then the phase 2 will get full connector support. So you can use the research to research something, let's say, in your Jira database, but nowhere else. Teams will get now visual insights for intelligent recap. So if you have the intelligent recap part here, you will get the screenshots regarding these insights. They mention it's only for Microsoft 365 Copilot licensed users, but technically, AI or the intelligent meeting recap is also part for Teams Premium. So I wonder if Teams Premium users also will see this shared screen content in the recap. They only announced it for Copilot license, but we will see. Then the teams, the newly created or newly rolled out threaded channel experience has now been enhanced with summary thread, and this then also replaces the highlights from this conversation feature. Outlook will get now an immersive search. So as soon as you start a search in Outlook on the web, Mac, OS, Outlook New, Android, and as mentioned, new Outlook. So let's say every Outlook except Classic. If you start a new search in there, you will get now a banner called Search with Copilot. Sorry, this is a very low resolution screenshot. And as soon as you click this banner, then the side panel Copilot will open and will do the search for you over all contents like emails, Teams messages, and documents. The dynamic document snapshot feature goes into the next stage. As mentioned, some monthly change insights calls ago. This is a staged rollout. We had first the auto summarization feature. If you open the Word document, you will get the auto summarization on top. And now you got some new additions like insight and discussion. And now the next one is called activity, and this is being rolled out now. So you have every activity, what happened within the document with filters like since last visit, the last 3 days, and so on. Word will get the ability to edit your document using chat instructions. Till now, if I ask Word, hey, generate and insert FAQ, then Word will tell me why I can't directly insert content and so on. This is now it will be possible for Word to insert content directly and also to edit content. And let's say you can ask using Copilot Chat to rewrite certain sections from the documents, reorganize content, and so on. Switching to PowerPoint, you will get a new enhanced presentation creation quality with better structure, deepened content, and updated visuals design. Currently some limitations. There is no template selection supported yet, and descriptions of graphical elements are not yet supported. Now we had the presentation creation. Now we have some improvements for creating a slides. It's quite funny because these are so incremental, these updates. We had so many incremental updates for creating a new presentations. Now you could create it based on PDF, based on text files in the next month, and so on. Now the same game, but for the functionality called New Slide with Copilot. So if you create a new slide, not the whole presentation, only a certain slide with Copilot, you can now select PDF files and Excel files from SharePoint Online with a maximum size of 24 megabytes. For PDFs, it's text-based only, and for Excels, you can also add topics in the prompt to set the focus for Copilot to use. Then image library support for creating slides with Copilot. You will get the support for org branded images. You can connect it to the organization asset libraries. And if you have third-party solution called Templify, it's also supported. But to connect your enterprise assets, you need to write an email to Microsoft to this email address. And Microsoft tells you you should only do this if you have an org asset library with more than 1,000 images, and only if there is meaningful metadata on all the images in there, so Copilot can work with it. Switching to Project Manager Agent, there is a new SharePoint site grounding feature, meaning if you create a Project Manager Agent planner plan, then you need to select the group where this plan will be created in. So afterwards, the Project Manager Agent will get access to the encrypted files stored in the underlying SharePoint site, which is underlying of the group where the planner plan was created in. Okay, this means new plans with Project Manager Agent, this SharePoint site grounding is activated by default. And for existing plans, you can activate it. But as mentioned, it will get access to encrypted files. So access to your sensitivity labeled files with encryption but it will store the output of the planner plan. So you request probably to create a new design proposal. It will then use confidential labeled files as input methods, and then it will then store the output in unencrypted planner plans or planner tasks. Perhaps you don't want to have this. I don't know. Anyway, this is a compliance impact score because of this, and perhaps you want to turn this off. Then the project manager agent will be shared premium plan. So the project manager agent will be available in all shared premium plans. Till now, you had to create a dedicated project manager agent plan. The Copilot Chat will also be moved to the bottom right corner and renamed to project manager agent with a rocket icon next to it. The project manager agent becomes also available in Planner Web, and you can activate the PMA only for certain security groups. So if you plan to do the adoption staged only for certain people, then create a group and enable project manager agent only for these groups. And the homepage will disappear, will be removed. And previously the project manager agent output was stored in loop workspaces. Now it will be stored in loop components in the underlying SharePoint online site in the site content. Sorry, here we will see it. I will show you. We have then the documents part in this site, the subfolder Microsoft Planner, then some random text, and there will be stored this loop component, and this is new. It was stored in the loop workspace before. Audio overview will now be available for PDFs, Word, and notebooks. This was announced a month ago. With audio overview, you can select a file, PDF, Word, or notebook, click on the Copilot button in OneDrive or SharePoint site, and then click on create an audio overview. You can then choose for two-host narration, customize the in-create experience, and you have the options for length, voices, and more with this floating audio player. So you could, for the end user license agreement from Microsoft, you can now have a two-host narration podcast presenting you all the license agreement details. I will be wondering how this sounds like. Anyway, it can also be used for meaningful purposes like summarizing some documents, and it should also be available for Teams meetings recaps, so we can prepare for the next meetings and listening to a presentation of older meetings. There is a new communication memory coming to Copilot. This will analyze your communications across all channels like email, chat, and meeting transcripts, and create a live memory with your key highlights to give you better and context-aware responses. This will be default on, and probably tenants or admins who discuss voice and face profile rollout things for Teams probably also discuss things like that, like profiling yourself using a communication memory. So that's why there's a compliance impact. It's default on, and you could deactivate it using enhanced personalization control in Graph. Then there is a new harmful content access policy. Default, it's off, but if you want to grant access to certain legal, investigative, or moderation teams to interact with harmful and sensitive content in business chat, you can now enable in Office Apps Admin Center the policy adjust responsible AI protection for Microsoft 365 Copilots as copy to a user group, and then they will be able to interact with harmful and sensitive content. Scheduling prompts was available for preview for a longer time, and if you did the preview, if you tried it out, then, and if you created schedule prompts before May the 21st in the preview, these prompts will no longer work and will be deleted, and you need to recreate these prompts. Everything which was created after May the 21st will be good. So just for you to know. And then we have retirement, smart actions, and group chat coach will be removed. The coach mark for group chat and summarize what I've missed, what are open items, and what decisions were made. Smart actions will be retired as well. Thank you for watching. Feedback is always welcome. If you have any questions, please follow up to me either using Teams or email to rolf@changecockpit.ch. If you would like to see more and all the other workloads, please feel free to sign up on changecockpit.ch or changecockpit.cloud for free demo. Thanks for watching and see you next time.